Okay, welcome back to another episode that is actually commented later on. I have successfully managed to add my commentary to the other episode, so I hope I can upload this today or tomorrow. And while that is definitely good news, the downside is I still have to talk about half an hour of episodes. So I'll see about that. Maybe there is a topic you want me to talk about, so you may suggest that. I might end up waiting with uploading those episodes. I'll still not uh, just talk over those Let's Play those Papers, Please episodes. I'm just gonna re-record them because that is significantly easier, and I think it's going to be fine either way because you're not missing out on anything. I don't think the events are going to change drastically, so yeah, it's not that much of a loss. It's mostly those towns episodes because, as I said, there were things happening, and I think it wouldn't be okay if I just left those out and recorded new episodes just from the save game. Yeah, so that wasn't really an option for me here. It would have been if those episodes were mostly eventless, if they were mostly me just building roofs or more walls or stuff, then I would have likely considered just forgetting about them, pretending they never happened, and maybe summarized what we did in the next episode. But since, as I said, stuff actually happened this time, and quite important stuff happened this time, we can't just skip past those episodes. As sad as that is. I know I've had quite a few episodes where nothing significant happened and I was just building things, and we might have skipped over those, but this wasn't one of them, sadly. Um, yeah. Okay, so I think I brushed the comments last time. I should have apologized plenty of times for my lack or for the two messed up uploads. Well, for the two uploading incidents where I uploaded a video twice, one time, and uploaded a video without sound another time because I didn't check the sound settings. Or well, it wasn't actually the settings; it was the slide thing on my microphone that controls how loud it records. It was, I think I touched it or something, and it just, yeah, it turned down the sound pretty hard. So I'm sorry for that. It's something I never had to check before. Um, I know. Yeah. So I will start checking those things again. And yeah, as I said, I used to do it. I used Audacity to record both, or well, to just have another sound recording, and to be able to glance over it back when I still was still using my old headset, because you may have noticed the sound was terrible on that, and I liked to be able to see if the recording was basically to be scrapped or not. Um, I'm not sure if it is in one of those episodes, but there was a really loud cracking noise, and yeah, just that, and it was pretty well visible on the Audacity when you just look at the audio track. It gives you those peaks and stuff that show how loud the input is. And every time one of those things happened, because they were they were pretty loud, you just had a giant peak in the audio track, and you could see, okay, this one can be scrapped because those peaks didn't come alone. If there would have been just one or two, and if they were like separate from the actual recording, then I could have just cut them out and it would have been fine. But since my microphone was terrible at that time, there was really nothing I could do about it. Yeah, simply because I, yeah, it also messed up the comment itself, and yeah, it was just like half of the video, so it didn't make sense to actually try and clean that. So I just omitted those episodes from the uploading altogether, which was a bit annoying, and especially annoying if I had a good episode and it was somewhere in the middle or something like that. I'm happy this stopped now, but the downside is I stopped using Audacity to check my sound before I record. And yeah, that's what basically caused this last issue, because it, um, yeah, I didn't see my microphone wasn't properly recording. Just wanted to get those recordings done as quick as possible, or well, not as quick as possible, but I wanted to get them done so I could get to upload them and maybe have a chance to actually hit my uploading schedule again. But yeah, you know the rest of the story. And yeah, things went wrong when they shouldn't have gone wrong. As I said, it happens. I've learned from it. It will hopefully not happen again. But on the bright side, I learned how to uh, cut audio and video together. With that out of the way, let's look at what we have in this episode. I didn't really address that too much, I'm afraid. So yeah, we've been exploring this dungeon a bit more. I'm not sure if you can see the map right now. It doesn't properly show on my thing, so I hope it's not missing from the episode itself. I'm gonna check that later. I hope the thing wasn't actually cut to size. It shouldn't have been, but it was. It might have been. I need to see, although if I go full screen here, let me check that. Oh no, it's there. Okay, it's all fine. It was just the windowed mode of the video program. So you probably see how much of the dungeon on level 1 we still have left to explore. It isn't that much. Also, I noticed we killed the Spider Queen on the first floor. So we really did consider digging deeper, just because we can and because there is not much to do anyway on that level. Also because I wanted to see if that iron deposit was any good. So yeah, currently looking for cows here because those cow farms didn't produce any. You can see that here they're just crossed out, which means something is missing or they just don't work. And I was trying to figure out if we could find a cow on the map somewhere. So it was more the question of, can my townies just not path to it or just not find it, or do they not feel like going to find a cow? Or is there in fact no cow on the map? It turned out there was no cow on the map, sadly, and I have no idea if I can fix that somehow. I ended up not finding a cow, uh, and asking if any of you knows how to get a cow to spawn, or if they spawn, I hope they do. Or maybe just I might just end up looking up the town's wiki. So I hope we can get those cow farms running soon. What else happened? Alright, the herbalist has picked up some fancy boots. I'm not sure if you saw that. We found some boots of haste, and I would have liked one of my townies to have those because they would have been amazing on one of my people who are busy carrying things. I mean, just look at how fast it would have been to trade with the or to trade all that stuff, or just to carry craftables all around. But no, it didn't happen. I had to well, one of the herbalists just grabbed those boots, and now I have to wait for him to find something better, I guess. It has also another downside with the herbalist because now he is much faster than his entourage. You should have seen that earlier. And yeah, he's just outrunning his sprouts and his tree thing. Taunting Trunk, that was it. I'm not sure if he gets himself into any grave danger now. Um, yeah, you just saw it. The things just run past the. Just try to follow him as good as possible. Also, we had some sieges going on, and I've been equipping people with more things. I think that's the point when I saw that we have those boots of haste somewhere. Not sure. Anyway, there is. Yeah, we're probably going to re-equip the townies with bone items very soon, just so we can sell all the wooden stuff and basically basically replace that. We might further upgrade it to iron, but I'm not sure when because we're currently a bit low on iron. That's why I wanted to build additional mines because it would be nice to get more iron, and they don't produce that much. So while they technically are producing infinite amounts of iron, they do so very slow. Ah, there you are. Boots of haste. Yeah, I wanted to equip those, and the herbalist was faster. So yeah, once we have the iron, or maybe once we have enough drops of iron items for all the citizens, we will re-equip those as well. And probably not go further from there, although I might consider actually giving them all spiderite armor because we have loads of that stuff. Just absolute loads. We also, I think you saw that earlier, we also built another tavern room in order to attract the dwarf. I hope it arrives soon. Um, it's a bit hard to know what happens because those recordings are actually a bit older, and I still remember what happened and what happened later on. And I'm trying not to spoil too much here because spoiling is generally bad. And I don't see why those sprouts exploded over here, because that seemed to be way out of reach of that spider. I suppose it was some sort of chain reaction that they all explode if one sprout explodes nearby. Also, that was the event we saw earlier when the herbalist just picked up those boots and uh, basically took them away from the citizen. That's pretty much most the most things that happen in this episode. Uh, gonna have to do some more recording with the next episode, and especially because it was cut short. As I said, towns crashed in the middle of the episode, and I think after 5 or 6 minutes of recording. So I just relaunched it and continued recording with the same timer, but I'm going to try to cut those videos together, just so they don't have to be two uploads. I might also see if I can remove the bits that basically doubled, because when Towns crashes, it doesn't save, so you basically you get to start from the last autosave. So a bit of the episode was started, but I think I'm gonna leave it there. Also, this episode is technically over. I'm approaching the timestamps of the videos, so I'm gonna cut this here and I'll see you in a bit. Bye.